Welcome back, Pokemon fans. My name is Angel of the Night 091, and today we've got a BDSP Wi-Fi battle found on the 2022-2021 Battle Code. The battle today is featuring a Pokemon that wears a white dress of nobility. That's right, Gardevoir. Let's jump into the battle. Here we go, guys, another BDSP Wi-Fi battle. In today's battle, there is a dynamic duo, and let's see if you guys can spot these Pokemon. So, our opponent's going to lead off here with an Uxie. I'm going to lead off here with my Bastiodon. Now, Bastiodon is one of those Pokemon that you don't normally see in a Wi-Fi battle just because most people consider it as being a useless Pokemon. Now, I, on the other hand, think otherwise. I really like Bastiodon. I really like the way that it looks. I think it's an overall cool Pokemon. Now, Uxie on the other side there went through and got a Stealth Rock off. We did get the Taunt, however, Taunt just kind of sets it up so that way this Pokemon is going to struggle. It's going to get hit by some recoil damage, so now what we're going to do is we're going to set up our own Stealth Rocks. Because what's going to happen is that Uxie is going to be swapped out, and he's going to go into his Salamence. Now, Salamence, of course, is one of those Pokemon you do not want to mess with. However, we do manage to get our Stealth Rocks up here, so that is going to be some entry hazards on our opponent's side as well. The big thing here that I want to go for is I want to go for that Stone Edge because I know that Salamence is going to go for that Dragon Dance. So Dragon Dance, of course, is going to boost up its speed and its attack power. We managed to pull off a critical hit Stone Edge, which is huge in this case because that Salamence got hit hard. The only downside is that now the Salamence is going to go in for the Earthquake, which is actually going to one-hit knock out this Bastiodon. And of course, there is the Moxie boost. That Salamence is definitely going to be one of those Pokemon that I'm going to be afraid of this battle. I did bring in a Choice Scarf Hitmonchan. Now, I thought maybe to myself I might be able to outspeed it here. However, with the Dragon Dance, it was kind of iffy. So unfortunately, we do get destroyed here, and he gets another Moxie boost. So Hitmonchan goes down. We're going to bring in our Swampert. Now, with Swampert, it is a defensive type Pokemon, so I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to take a hit from this Salamence. So he goes in for the Earthquake here. Luckily, we actually survived, and we're able to pull off an Avalanche in retaliation. So that Salamence just gets knocked out right away from that Avalanche, and there is no more Moxie Dance Ments on this battle. So that is going to be pretty awesome right there because quite frankly, you don't want to mess with Ments. In comes an Uxie. Okay, Uxie comes back into the battle. He's already got his Stealth Rocks up. We know that Uxie can't really do much in this battle, so we're basically going to just want to go in for the attack here. He's going to go for the Yawn. Now, that's definitely a good play, good strategy for him, because that's going to try to maybe force me to swap out my Swampert. Avalanche, of course, doesn't really do a whole lot. It would have actually been more beneficial for us to go for the Scald here. However, I'm going to swap out the Swampert because, quite frankly, we do not want to get put to sleep. Now, the next thing is, I'm going to be very honest with you here. This Flareon is pretty awesome. He's going to go for the Light Screen. That's going to boost up any kind of special moves. Now we get Poison due to the Toxic Orb, and that's where we have Facade. Now, Facade is going to be one of those moves that's going to dish out a ton of damage. He misses the Yawn, which is actually pretty fantastic for me because, quite frankly, I don't want to have this Flareon go to sleep at this time. I don't want to take any more rock damage. So anyways, we're going to go for that quick attack here. We're going to finish off the Uxie. That is going to be 2 Pokemon down on his side. Still getting some poison damage, but that's okay, guys, because that's what we want. The next thing is Garchomp comes into the battle. Now, Garchomp is a very scary Dragon-type Pokemon, especially if it's trained properly. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go again for the Facade. We're going to try to get some more damage off onto his team. He ends up going for a Swords Dance, which I don't think he understands just how damaging the Facade really is. We get a little bit of damage from the Rough Skin, and as well, we also take some recoil damage from the Poison. However, at this point, he's down into the Yellow Zone. We're just going to go for that quick attack, and that is going to finish off the Chomp. So you guys seen it here first. This Flareon just destroyed a Garchomp. Okay? That's badass on its own. This Flareon deserves an award. Okay, so anyways, he's now going to come in with a Dragonite. Now, he's got 3 Dragon-type Pokemon on this team. I mean, we've seen it done in the past, but typically you don't want to have multiple Pokemon weak to the same typing. So anyways, he comes in with his Dragonite. I come in with my Swampert. Swampert does have the Avalanche, so we should be able to take maybe a hit. However, he just goes right away for the Outrage, and I kind of mispredicted how much damage that's going to do, and we're not going to be able to get any more damage off onto that Dragonite. Now, here it is, guys. Here is the Pokemon Gardevoir. Gardevoir is going to now trace the multi-scale, and it is going to be the featured Pokemon of the day. So we go for that Moonblast. Moonblast is going to do a lot of damage off onto that Dragonite. We're also going to be able to get the drop of the special attack. Not really going to matter here. We get a little bit of Life Orb damage, and that's okay. But we're just going to be able to take out this Dragonite, and that is going to be it for the Dragons. Okay. Now, I have 2 Pokemon here. I have Gardevoir, and I have 1 Mystery Pokemon left. Now, he's going to bring in a shiny Scizor. Now, as you guys know, Scizor is a Steel-type, Bug-type. Basically has all the advantages against my Gardevoir. So, quite frankly, I don't really have anything that I can do to this thing here right now. So, we're going to swap out, and we're going into Venusaur. Now, these 2 Pokemon are definitely going to help this battle turn around. So he's going to go in for the Swords Dance, and that's just going to boost up his attack stat. Venusaur, of course, gets a little bit of those lefties that he has. A little bit of Black Sludge, sorry. Same idea. Black Sludge, lefties, whatever. Same thing. So anyways, he gets some leftovers onto his Scizor there, and that's fine. We're going to go in for the Sleep Powder. Now, Sleep Powder, of course, is going to be able to put that Scizor to sleep, and basically going to knock it out for, I don't know how many turns. Probably 3, maybe 4. I can't really see it going 5 rounds. But anyways, both Pokemon are going to regain some health there with their leftovers in Black Sludge. And then, of course, at this time, we're going to go in for that Leech Seed. Now, Leech Seed, of course, should be able to get us some health back every turn against that Scizor. Okay, until it's actually swapped out. So, the first one we missed. We're going to get the second one this time, and that's pretty wicked. So that's good. So again, we're going to zap some health there from it. That is going to regain a little bit more health to our Pokemon each turn, like I said. And then at this point I thought, well, maybe I'll just try to go for an attack here. I'm kind of curious to see how much damage this will do. Definitely resists it and completely nukes my special attack. That's okay. He's going to go in for the Swords Dance. That is going to boost up his attack stat there yet again. And then what I'm going to plan to do here, because he is now awake, we want to try to put his Pokemon back to sleep. So that's going to be my next play here. We want to try to get that Sleep Powder back off onto that Scizor, and maybe swap back into the Gardevoir where maybe we can get that Focus Blast. Sleep Powder, of course, making the connection here onto the Scizor, and got him back to sleep, which is fantastic. Sometimes that doesn't always work the first time you use it. Sometimes it does have a low accuracy. So that is okay. Leech Seed, of course, going to gain back a little bit of our health there. Sorry, I lost my train of thought here. We are going to swap into our Gardevoir here now. So these 2 Pokemon, definitely the dynamic duo of this match. Definitely complement each other, definitely helping each other kind of get through the last 2 Pokemon. We get a little bit of the Stealth Rock damage. We get Swarm as our ability with Trace, and of course the Scizor is still asleep. So realistically, the only play that I really have here is that Focus Blast. We do have the Moonblast, we have the Thunderbolt, we have, you know, a couple of other options here, but nothing that's really going to do any crazy damage to that Scizor. So basically, I'm pretty well playing on the fact that this Focus Blast hits, which in fact it actually does, and just knocking him out. If I had tried to do that when he was still awake, I would have definitely got Bullet Punch to the face, and we would have definitely fainted from that. In comes Cloyster. Cloyster is definitely one of those other Pokemon that you don't want to mess with, especially if it has Shell Smash. However, those rocks definitely do some work. If it had been sashed, that sash is now gone. Gardevoir going to be able to outspeed and pick up the Thunderbolt onto it and knock him out. So that is going to be game. So good game. Thank you very much for that battle. Alright guys, so that is the battle for today. If you guys enjoyed the battle, be sure to post your comments in the comment section below. If you would like to see more battles with Gardevoir, or if you have a special Pokemon you would like to see, let me know. Post your sets, post your rental teams, and I will see what I can do into bringing them into a BDSP Wi-Fi battle. If you want to see more battles, take a look above, and have a good one.